What's going on, traders? Johnny here with the Investing for Beginners community, and today we are live talking about the Sunday night stock talk. This is something we do every single week on Sunday, and I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let us go ahead and get started. Now, like always, I will be sharing my link here. I am kind of a one-man show, so bear with me for just a second. But guys, I want to welcome all of our new investors, all of our new subscribers out there, and I want to thank you guys. We just reached over 6,000 subscribers on our channel, and I just want to say thank you for your love and support over the past few months and over the last over the last year. Now, I also have a free group with over 70,000 members, and we offer this group to you for free. We use it to filter out manipulation. We don't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. And basically, we teach you the basics and the fundamentals of investing in the stock market and hope that maybe it'll spark your interest and motivate you enough to start investing on your own. And then we're here to help you and assist you in any way that we can and hopefully be the catalyst to your success in the future. So, if you want to check that out, that is the first link in the description below, or second, but you'll get access to our Investing for Beginners community with over 70,000 members, 100% free. And earlier, guys, on Monday, I was talking to the Learn to Earn team, or the LTE team, that we trade with live every morning at Market Open. If you want to check that out, definitely subscribe to the channel. That's the second link in the description below, and it's also the first pinned comment in the comment section. Now, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to be talking about our most anticipated earnings for the week. And with that said, later on, we're also going to be taking people's tickers. If you guys have a ticker that you want me to look at, a stock or an ETF, definitely let me know in the comments and we can review it after some of this live stream goes on. Now, most anticipated earnings releases for November 5th. Look at this. We got Berkshire Hathaway. We got Marriott on Monday before open. After close, we have Palantir, Win, and GT are pretty good ones for that Monday. And there's so many out here. If you just take a screenshot, you could also check out our Discord second link. That'll give you access to our weekly economic calendar, where we give you an economic calendar every single week on Sunday, or just tune into this Sunday night stock talk. Tuesday, it looks like we have Apollo, we have Ferrari in the morning, Microchip, iRobot, stuff like that. Wednesday, we have CVS, Teva, Toyota in the morning, and then in close on Wednesday, we have QCOM, or Qualcomm, AMC, ARM, ELF, a few there. Thursday, we have Hershey, and if I'm missing some, we have Moderna, Barrick. There's some good ones in here. After close, DraftKings, The Trade Desk, Affirm, Pinterest, Airbnb, and then Friday, it looks like we have like Sony and a few other ones in there. So if you want this, if you want to save this or look at some past ones, you can definitely check out the Discord. Moving on, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the charts. That's why we're all here. We want to look at the charts. What are we watching? What are we looking at? Well, this is going to be the top 10 stocks that I'm watching moving forward for this week. Creeper high, thumbs up, I got you before you even ask. Yes, we are live. So let's see, 69,137. We closed this Friday here. Well, actually, this was last Friday. So this Friday was actually, oh my gosh, the first. So the first was right here at, let's just say, 6 o'clock. So that's where it closed, just slightly above where it closed the Friday before. Did I say right here? 11.1, 11.16. So right here. And it looks like it didn't close very very much higher. Actually, looks like it was almost break even. This was last Friday, so I'll go ahead and rewrite this. And this is where we actually bought last Friday for a nice swing trade, and we're able to make over $300 waking up Monday morning. So I do have a couple of swing trades that I currently have holding my positions right here: XPEV, MARA, and DJT, all looking really nice as far as setups here. Starting to average into a nice position down at this 11 mark on XPEV for potential profits. Nice little profits of about 7.5%, almost $1 per share to those 1240 levels. Gonna have to get past at 1186 first though. And then DJT, I couldn't help it. I had to buy in a little bit here. I bought at this first support, which is now resistance, and then buying at this second support here at the $30 mark. So I got some shares in DJT. Excited to see if we get a break above 35 to possibly 43, but doesn't mean it could just pretty much stay right where it is or even sell off more. So these are very risky over the weekend swing trades. I don't do these very often, but sometimes when I see an opportunity like this, I do like to take advantage. So Mara, we traded it right here in this area, and unfortunately I sold way too early. I missed out on a little bit of this move here, but was still able to lock in over $300 by it moving up just a buck or two, right? I missed out on a majority of the move, but still was able to lock in profit. So now this week we have been watching this go down, waiting for it to show signs of consolidation after this long rejection period. So now that there is signs of consolidation, in my opinion, at $16, this is where I started to buy. I started buying at 17 and then buying as it starts going down. If it's still at this point on Monday morning, tomorrow, I will buy more into this at 16, maybe even 16.50, maybe even up to $17. I do believe this can get up to that $20 mark again. Doesn't mean it has to happen tomorrow, but I do believe it can happen over the course of the next week or so. Those are my 3 trades. So now moving into some of the companies that we're going to be looking at. PLTR reporting earnings. So I think PLTR is going to look very nice, has a nice setup. If it can beat earnings and we can see a nice bounce off of this support here that it's created for itself. Now it looks like there's support about $40.90, maybe about $41. There's that support. Now there's another support at about $40.36, but it looks like it's been kind of maintaining right here above that $40.90, $41 mark. Had some resistance up in the 44.50-ish area before it broke out to that 45.75 area. Very nice level here. And then sold off, crossing through that SMA line or the 200-day moving average, this green line here, guys, for everyone who's new, and bouncing off that 40. So very nicely. PLTR bouncing off of 40. Now it does have an earnings this week. I believe, was this the one for Tuesday or Friday? I believe this may have been the one for Friday. Monday, I'm sorry. It was for Monday after close. So Monday after close, so tomorrow after close, it will report earnings. So do be aware of that. You could see some nice profits, potentially that $42 mark to potentially 45, 45.70, maybe an 8 to 9% profit, $3 to $3.76 per share. Now I'm just mentioning these companies because they are some companies that are technically in that oversold range. They're reporting earnings, so it is possible that we get a nice play off of these. Doesn't mean they have to have a good earnings. They could actually continue to sell off. And then we'll go over a couple of day trades for our day traders out there who want to see what's possible day trade for tomorrow. Looks like this has some resistance at 171 on Toyota and a support at about 178. So again, a nice oversold company, could play very nicely on earnings. So we're going to go ahead and keep up to date with this for today's trades and stocks in general. We want to make sure that we're keeping up with these trades and staying involved with them. Did I actually add this? No, I didn't. Okay, I know we talked about crypto right at the beginning. I should have transitioned over to Mara, as Mara is the one that we're trading. So with this said, closing here, or actually closing, where did I close? Yeah. So we could actually get rid of this last Friday one and this one, so it's not confusing the heck out of us. We can move this Friday's over here, to this part, and then last Friday to this part. So it did close higher than last Friday for Bitcoin. We did see signs of it going down, which is great. Could we see signs of it going up potentially? Yes. If it can break through this first level of 69,000-ish, then we can see it definitely start to push up. Doesn't mean it has to though, but it's definitely possible, which would result in a nice sell level here if it does continue to go up. So we want to sell up here, we want to buy down here, and that's just kind of our plan. So let's see how this plays out for the week. And we definitely don't want to buy here in the middle, right? We don't want to buy in the middle. So there we go. That was a support. This is now going to be a resistance. And we're going to see if it breaks. So Mara, same thing. Buying Mara at $16, pushing up to potentially 17. Could be a nice play, as again I did draw these lines out for the close and the open, and I believe that was the close and open there. We'll take that off, and this is where it closed and opened the Friday before last. So it has room to go up to even $17. I mean, that would be a very nice support if we can get it to that level. And again, selling here, buying here, just waiting for that confirmation to go from 16 to 20 again, 22% profit, or $3.50 per share. So if you had 100 shares, you can make $350 on a very nice swing trade. And you would only risk, maybe 10 cents. You're buying at 16, 10, 16, 15. If it goes down to $16 flat and starts selling off below 16, then you get out. Very simple. You're risking, 10, 15 cents to make $3.50. That's a pretty good risk factor to me. So yeah, we're just waiting to see what happens for tomorrow's open. We also have, what is this, QQQ. Now QQQ has had a nice sell-off. It did reach some nice highs of 501. Now this does track the NASDAQ market 1 for 1. So when the NASDAQ goes up 1%, QQQ goes up 1%, and it's a little bit easier to track. TQQQ is a 3 times, or it's a triple leveraged ETF that also tracks the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ goes up 1%, TQQQ will go up 3%. Now, same thing goes in reverse. If the market sells off 10% in a day, TQQQ will go down 30%. So you need to be very careful with these triple leveraged ETFs. Now, on the other hand, SQQQ is a inverse ETF. It's still triple leveraged, or 3 times leveraged from the NASDAQ, but you can short the market. So if you think the market is overbought and you think that it's going to pull back, then you can invest in SQQQ, and when the market sells off, this will go up. And that's exactly what happened here. QQQ sold off from 501 down to 483, which means TQQQ, which is basically, it's like little brother, right? You can invest in the Qs for cheaper and get 3 times as much leverage. So it's like the cool little brother, right? So it went from 77 to 69. So that's $8. $8 that it went down, right? Which resulted in SQQQ going up substantially. Now, it doesn't look like a lot, from 684 to 761. It's not a lot, but it is actually, in fact, almost 11%, or 75 cents per share. So if you had, say, roughly 125 shares, maybe maybe $800, then you would result in almost $100, right? Very simple math. And so now, with that said, the market can continue to either sell off, or it can find that support here, kind of where it is. My thought from last week is it's going to sell off. If it doesn't bounce on this support level here, this SMA line, then it's going to sell off. But it looks like it had a nice support here. It's holding very nicely above that SMA line on the 4-hour candle time frame. Now on the 1 hour, it's already below the 200-day moving average, which is just a little bit scary. And on the daily, it's well above it. So it's just kind of perspective. I do believe on the daily, this could pull back to that 454 level, resulting in SQQQ going up even more. So this pullback would be about 6%, which would result in SQQQ pushing up literally 6, 12, 18%. So 18% would be right around this area where, again, it did pull back that much before. Went up to about it went up to $9.38. It even went up to $11.35 at one point. And you see actually how it's kind of tracking the 200-day moving average. It'll get up to it, and then it'll come back down. Get up to it and come back down. So very risky trade, but nonetheless making about 18% profit, or about $1.50 against the market. Or if this begins to go back up, then we can see TQQQ go up even 20% for the market. And you already know the market's eventually going to go up. That's just kind of the way it is. Right now it's a bit choppy because of elections and because of wars and because of all the dang stuff that's happening right now in the world. There's always something going on. So just because there's something happening in the world right now doesn't mean we still can't take advantage of the stock market. Okay? It's important. So TQQ is definitely going to be on my watch list for today's trades as well. So really, guys, I love to see TQQQ push off, make 20%. But, you know, SQQQ, you can make a solid, did I say 11%, I believe? 18% if there's a significant pullback. So either way, you can make 20%. SQQ is a little bit more risky. Okay, TQQQ is not as risky. Now JNUG, same thing with JNUG. Now JNUG is an ETF. It's a 2-time ETF for gold. Has a very significant pullback, which means JDST had a nice push up from $20 to $24. That's $4 per share. Okay, that's very nice. That's very good. $4 per share, or 20%. So now that JNUG has sold off significantly, almost 20%. Okay, I mean it's probably more like 10. It's 17%, so let's just say 8% because this is 2 times leveraged, but either way, it's sold off about 17%. Now, could we get a nice bounce? Is this going to come all the way back down to the SMA line? It's quite possible. I didn't quite touch it here at this moment, but if it can pull back just a little bit more, we can see lows of, $40 and then highs of 60. So JNUG is another great candidate for this week. Because if it does bounce off of 50, then we can see from 50 all the way to 60. That's $10 per share on a nice little bounce, or 20% profit, okay, on JNUG. Now, if it does sell off a little bit more, maybe comes back down to 44, maybe 47, and gets that nice little test, then, I mean, guys, that's another $3, $4, $5, especially if it can bounce down to maybe these lows. Maybe it does bounce at 47, from 47 to 61 even, or 62, another 30% profit. So JNUG is definitely one that we're going to be watching, as this is an oversold for sure. Now it can sell off a little bit more, but it's definitely oversold. So we're going to put it in our oversold category here. JNUG oversold. LU, let's see. Now, Lucy is looking oversold for all of my day traders out there. It looks like it's bouncing off that 200-day support, so we are going to leave Lucy on here. NVIDIA is no longer oversold, but it looks like it has some area of interest tomorrow. Is it going to pass above that SMA line, or above it and actually break above and start being bullish, or is it going to get rejected like it did here and have another nice sell-off? SOBR I'll keep there. DJT is good. TQQQ is good. Coca-Cola's got a huge sell-off, guys. I mean, this thing has been selling off for like probably close to a month now. The entire month of October it sold off. Had one little spike here of about 4%, and then that was it. So there is a lot of opportunity here for Coca-Cola if it can manage to bounce back. We're going to go ahead and set a low here at 64.27, a support. We'll see what happens with that. LUNR, again, Very nice. I would have loved to buy in this area and sell here like we did previously. We are identifying this kind of a horizontal pattern with it at the moment. It's kind of going up and then down. So they have a nice buy range at the sevens, between 7 and 750. That's where you'd want to load up. And then we have a nice sell range here between, 860 and like 950. So a very nice range for a sell opportunity, 869. So from 670 to 870, $2 per share. Now it looks like it's bouncing off that 750 level. It's now at 811. So let's see if we get a push up above like we did last week, where it pushed from 670 to $7 to 750, all the way up to 8, all the way up to 870, close to $9 before selling back off, hitting that 200-day EMA line, or SMA line, sorry, at 774, and then went up a whole nother dollar. So I mean, literally, guys, we could be making money on these trades. You're investing $700 here, and you're selling it for $850. So now that's $150 in profit. You're buying down in this range. Maybe don't catch all of it. Maybe only catch it from 750. You catch that breakout to 850, right? Because we're not perfect traders. And you're making a 12% profit, or a dollar per share. Waiting for that pullback again. There's another 83 cents per share. And then now even at that 750 to 860 cents, could it push up a little higher for that dollar or 15 cents per share? Definitely possible. So definitely a bunch of companies that we love to see in that oversold angle and that opportunity, right? I mean, buying here, there would be a lot less risk than buying in the middle. Because buying right here, you don't know if it's going to go up or you don't know if it's going to go down. But at this point in these levels, it's pretty much just going to consolidate or go up. Now, if it breaks below and it begins to sell off, obviously you just get out of your position. All right, we already talked about XPEB, Ocugen. Now, Ocugen, I'd love to see recover. It's like a love-hate relationship thing. This was trading very nicely for quite some time in this area. These huge moves from $1 to $2, back to $1, back to 2, back to 1, back to 2. Almost like a ping pong or something. Just perfect bounces, touching, boom, 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 right? And then once we start getting the hang of the pattern, it completely starts selling off below the 200-day moving average. Well, the 200-day moving average is getting a lot closer than it's ever been before. And now I'm excited to see this potentially start to curl over. Now, this could just kind of continue to do this for a while till it gets squeezed. And then hopefully that's when we get that nice break above and a nice selling price at $2. And I'm definitely going to be loading up on this one. Buying 100 shares at $1 is exactly $100, and if you sell it at the $2 mark, that's $200. And I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself, but I do want you guys to understand that this is an investing for beginners channel, and I just want to keep incorporating this into your mind, that it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You can find these setups. It does take some time, but with some practice, you can identify setups like this and make some really decent money. They're not going to be all Hail Marys where you're going to make, thousands of dollars with $100. But with time, if you can make $100 with 100 shares, then eventually you can make $1,000 with 1,000 shares with the same $1 per trade kind of setup. And you might not always get $1. You might get 80 cents, 50 cents, 20 cents, but that's a lot of money when you're talking more shares. The more shares you have, the more potential money you can make. So guys, I'm open to questions if you have any. I believe, that's probably more than 10 right there, but that's exactly what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Let's see if there's anything on the after hours from Friday that we should be paying attention to on our top gainers. Let's look at 30 minutes. I kind of like the 4 hour. Let's look at 4 hours. So that's already up there to that 330 level. I mean, it's pretty much already there. So we're not going to even mess with that one. OMIC, I mean, it's up $21, passing that previous 1969. So, I mean, you could see a pretty significant pullback with that one. This one's a little cheap, but it can technically go up to 74.90. I'm not sure why I'm doing green lines on here. I should be doing red. Must have looked at this company in the past. There we go. CCTS, same thing. Already up to $14. Really not a lot we can do with that. NLSP, selling off, possible bounce back. Not even sure why they had this on the list. CRVX, nice push up to 1790. Now at 1550, so this is interesting news. Raised target price to 15 from 12, so it's at the target price of 15. Interesting. We're going to put that on today's trades as well for tomorrow. BAOS. Potential to get up to 395 again. Doesn't mean it has to, but we're going to put that on the list. GALT to 360, 316. Okay. 283. HCWC, BSLK. That one already looks overextended. FMST, we've looked at FMST already once or twice before. Not even sure what that blue line is even there for. FMST, BTOC, this one potentially. Interesting. EBR pushing up. EBR might work out actually. Let's put EBR on there. BTOC, did I not add it? Nope. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good, that boy. Today's trades. BOF, just it ain't looking that good. QS, I'd love to see it move again from 5 to 7. That'd be great. XPON moving from 4 to 6 would be fantastic. NXL, I mean, it just keeps going up. And every week I look at it, I'm like, don't buy it, it's overextended. Don't buy it, it's overextended. That was at 150, and that was at 2. And then it was at 280, and now it's at 340. It pulled back to $3. But then if I know it's going to go to 340 or $4, why not buy, right? It's like $1 per share. Obviously support now. Definitely a possibility. Definitely. Turb didn't do anything like I thought. More like a turd. TOVX. Indo's pushing up. We'll see what happens with Indo. I don't even know why that support's way up there. That's crazy. Let's say like about right there-ish. BME. Oversold. That goes to the oversold watch list right there. This going from 8 to 13. Oh my goodness. 41%, 370 per share, almost $4. Price target is $19. Okay. All right. That one's definitely. So we got JNUG, TQQQ, and SQQQ, depending on the market. So technically, we got 2 trades for tomorrow. We got JNUG and the Qs, and now BMEA. This can push from 9 to even 13. I mean, it said 19. Right here, price target raised to 19 from 10. This was days ago. Why didn't this move? It moved to 13 and then sold off. So if we can get back to 13, that'd be $4 per share. And what did I say? 40%? Jeez Louise. Yep, 42%. So BMEA is something we're going to be watching. If you had 100 shares at what, $4 a share, that's $400. Or, I mean, if you want to look at it, $1,000 invested, $400. So, very cool. Definitely keeping BME on there. GLAMD, AMD, Amazon, Tesla. Tesla's cool. Buying it at 212 to 276 was a fantastic opportunity, resulting in a 30% profit or $62 per share, guys. $62 per share. You could have bought 1 share at 212, sold it at 276, and been in the money up $63. Buy 10 of those shares, $630. Buy 100 of those shares, $6,300. Boom. Amazing, beautiful, love it. Amazon definitely pulling back. I did just hear though that Jeff Bezos sold another like 30 billion or 30 million shares or maybe not shares, maybe it was money, but he sold a large portion of Amazon again, and this is the second time that he sold a portion of his company. So I don't know, very interesting to see. Is this going to sell off even more? Is it he's just selling it at 200 to sell it? Because now there is, don't mind all my chart patterns, guys. I'm embarrassed. Look at all my chart patterns. Oh my gosh, don't look at me. Don't look at it. But yeah, I mean, we've been following this company for quite some time. It had a horizontal pattern, kind of a ascending horizontal pattern there for a little while. Then a huge sell-off to 150, went all the way back up to 195. Let's just call it 200. Why not? Resulting in a $45 to $50 profit per share. Bouncing back down to that 200-day moving average, just beautiful. As you can see, the last couple times Amazon has just bounced off of that SMA line just beautifully, just like a ground floor in basketball, just bouncing right off of it. All right, now hitting a ceiling and getting rejected. Let's see how far this rejection goes. Only time will tell. All right, guys, so any comments, questions, anything you guys would like me to check out before we end the live stream? If not, then all that I ask is that you check out the Discord, first link here in the chat or second link in the description below any video. Check out some of the other videos, and if you're interested in learning more about trading, smash a like button for one, right? But subscribe to the channel if you find value. And if you do, definitely consider joining and checking out one of our live day trading sessions at Market Open. I will be live at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. It's going to be very early. We are going to be tired, but we are going to make it happen. And that's going to be the time now, guys. Whatever time the market opens in your area, that's when I'll be live. Okay, so that's the easiest way to tell you guys, since we all deal with different time zones. And just a final farewell here. If you haven't already, check out our... Where are you? Where are you? Are you on this side? I got dual screen, so it's kind of gets a little crazy after a while. There we go. Check out our Investing for Beginners community. We have over 6,000 subscribers, over 823 videos. We're giving you one video every single day right now. I am trying to increase that to 2. That'd be 1 live stream a day and 1 recap or some type of educational video. But tons of content here, guys. A lot of new videos, a lot of stuff to help you guys on your path to your own trading journey. And so with that said, guys, I appreciate your time. Like always, let's remember to end the year on a green note. And I want to end with a quote: never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. Winston Churchill. I think that's very important. If you have something that you can't get off your mind, you have something that you just want to start or do, or you just have an idea and you're nervous about getting it started, just do it. Life's too short. If you're into it, be into it. If you're not into it, don't be into it. That was Joe Rogan. Okay, enough with the quotes. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. We'll catch you all in the morning for the live stream with the LTE team. And if you want to trade with us and watch those live streams as early as tomorrow, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's all you got to do. It's 100% free. The Discord is free. And we will see you all tomorrow to make some money. Later, guys.